Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. How about Social Security? Why don't we just chat about this for a minute or two? Again, this is directly from Social Security Administration. It's about your retirement benefits, how it's figured. Whether you're 18 or 60, remember this account right here. This is where you go to either A, get a general idea of what your retirement's going to look like if you're contributing to Social Security. And I emphasize that. If you are self-employed and you're not making any contributions to Social Security income when you're 65 and you have not contributed anything, it's going to be scary. In other words, you will not have the benefits of Social Security or any of the retirement requirements in terms of Medicare, and that's scary. Today, here it is, the end of 2024. If you've not contributed to Social Security, Medicare is going to charge you at least $450 a month, plus the additional $174 for Plan B, in addition to a whole bunch of other possible fees. So that being said, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know where this is going long term, but as it is today, if you're 30 years old and you want to just get a glimpse of what your Social Security might look like, and you've been making contributions to Social Security, you can go here to www.ssa.gov and you can set up an account, or you might already have one. Then, for example, you want to calculate your average index monthly earnings during the next 35 years. You can do that. You can take your funds earlier if you want. You can start at 62, but they're going to ding you significantly. If you're at 72, they're going to give you a bit of a bonus. Does it make sense to delay your Social Security income? Yes. And I'll get into that later. But if at 62, they're going to claw back. I like that word, claw back. They're going to ding. They're going to ding you significantly in terms of when you start taking your contributions. Your retirement income. So if at 62, I guarantee they'll probably bump this up in the next 5 years. It'll probably be, you won't be able to start 65 or something of that term. But this tool here within your retirement benefits is a benefit. You can read this if you need it. I'm just trying to give you an overview. And then also go into, well, wait a minute, I like to work. Well, some people like to work. I like to work. I don't want to retire. If that's the case, they're going to force you at some point in time. Social Security is going to force you to start your Social Security benefit. And it's going to be at 72 now. And then depending on your couple other factors, you can extend that now to 73. And if you do, Social Security is going to pay you significantly higher, about 40% higher. 110% at 73. And then they withdraw at 62, they're going to claw back about, I think it's 28%. So you're only going to get 68% at the age of 62. But if you extend it, I think it goes up to 110% at 73. And it's simple math. It's simple math, but you can just go to this tool and determine what works for you. Clearly, if you're 30 and you're looking at this, going, all right, this interests me, then most likely in 35 years or 40 years, you're not going to have to worry. It's the people that are not aware of it and come age 62 because they are lacking income. They're going to start their Social Security not knowing this. So just get ahead of the curve. Read this if you need it. There's going to be significant changes over the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Whether it's Social Security or some type of index, who knows? But this is just a brief introduction to your Social Security benefits and what's under the hood here. Under here, you're just going to click here, and this is just your Social Security. Again, ssa.gov. Make sure you're gov. There's scammers out there. They're going to try to hijack this. Make sure anytime you're getting into anything government related, just make sure it says GOV. And then I always like to do this. I like to always just double check. And then you're going to go, is this actual Social Security? Well, yeah, this is ssa.gov. And then some other information. Just peruse this stuff. I know it's not something you really want to do. But if you are just a little bit ahead of the curve, then it's gonna help you. I have videos, I have videos on all of this stuff, or I will produce videos on all of this stuff. So don't get carried away. You can just take baby steps into learning this stuff. But if you're 30 or 40 or 50, you're still way ahead of the curve if you are somewhat informed. If you're 18, you are way ahead of the curve, and maybe you can teach me a thing or two. Anyway, Brad Williams, Frugal Finance, just delving into finance. Frugal finance. That's what this is all about. It's all about helping you understand what people just don't want to learn. Just FYI, being that it is the holiday season and a lot of family things, a lot of family gatherings lately, I always bounce the stuff off of my nephews or my nieces, or even the next generation. And they look puzzled whenever I talk about finance. So I take baby steps with them, and I just throw easy questions, and it's frightening. It is frightening if you don't understand it. So don't fear this. The government provides more information than you can possibly imagine. They're doing it as a benefit to you, and I'm going to provide it as a benefit to you so you can walk around and feel more comfortable about the complexity of retirement, about funding for just different requirements, college education, retirement, weddings, buying a house, taking care of your parents. That's the critical factors that we need to recognize. That's why I talk about this, just because it is critical. And if you're set up for that rainy day, if your parents are set up for that rainy day, if you're preparing your kids for the rainy day, and the rainy day is any one of 80 possible different topics. Not easy, time consuming, it's stressful, but I'm trying to provide this information to relieve a little bit of that stress so you can focus on living life well prepared. Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. It really is a lot of fun, but again, it takes a little bit of time, and be patient. It's a learning lesson. Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Williams out. See you soon. Thanks for watching.